Your family this week with Precious Caleb is an outreach arm of Family on Focus International that comes your way every Sunday in an attempt to contribute towards your relationship, your home, your marriage being sweet on weekly basis. So today we are looking at the partner that cheats. Don't forget, Family on Focus International is a fully registered non-governmental organization. The focus is on the singles, the married, the separated, the divorced, and the widowed. So these 5 arms are always covered in Family on Focus International programs. There are so many ways that Family on Focus tries to reach out to people. We do our publications, we have our monthly talk shows, Hear Me Out Talk Show, we do our family affairs, we do so many things. So this one, Your Family This Week with Precious Caleb, is just one of the many outreach arms of Family on Focus International. All right, so we go to our discussion today. Partner that cheats. You see, we need to understand that cheating is all about taking advantage of the other person. Cheating is all about taking advantage of the other person. In marriage, cheating means taking advantage of your spouse, of your partner. There are so many ways you can take advantage of your partner. When I'm talking about cheating here, please let me make it clear that I'm not talking about cheating when it comes to boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé. No, my focus today is on those that are married. Those that are married. The word cheating is everywhere. Every now and then we hear of it. He cheated on me. She cheated on me. He cheated on her. She cheated on him, and this and that. And it's becoming a common thing. It's becoming something that we normally see on social media. We hear of it in our places of work, even in our places of worship. We have the low tone whispers on. It's like, she cheated on the husband. Are you serious? He cheated on the wife. And it's just like that. And on our counseling table, we have piles and piles of cases that revolve around the issue of cheating. Some call it infidelity. You understand now? Yes. The Bible calls it adultery. The Bible calls it unfaithfulness towards the partner. But the social world now calls it cheating. Some call it having an affair. You understand now? Some call it dating. For whatever they think that dating means. Okay? So you come to our own presentation today that cheating here talks about taking advantage of your partner. Taking advantage of your partner. All right. And in this taking advantage of your partner, we are looking at the romantic or sexual aspect of it. When you are taking advantage of your partner sexually or in a romantic way, that is, you are removing your total loyalty to the vows you made to your partner on the day of your getting married. When you vowed, in the presence of God, others, and said to you, today I do the word, my body, my everything belong to you. I honor you with my body. I've looked around and I've assessed every other person and I've seen that you are the one that is for me. And I hereby present myself to you, that you own me. And the Bible said that the body of the man belongs to the woman. The body of the woman belongs to the man. So when you take what belongs to your wife and give it to another person, or when you take what belongs to your husband and give to another person, in that aspect, it means that you're cheating. You're cheating your partner. You're cheating your partner. So when you discover that you're beginning to tilt towards another person that is not your partner emotionally, are you getting it? Emotionally, you're beginning to sweep to the side of the person that is not your wife or your husband emotionally. It means that cheating has started. You see, cheating is when you are no longer giving your partner 100% loyalty to the vows two of you shared. And you can't tell me that, oh, what I said there, I didn't just know when I said it. No. Consciously, you said what you said. And you cannot, the Bible said that you cannot say before an angel, it was an error, it was a mistake. No, you were asked so many questions. You were offered counseling. Some hurdles were placed on your way, and you fought and got to that point and said, I must marry him. I must marry her. Now, we wonder why the issue of cheating is being mentioned, even among those that consciously took the vow. Now, we want to look at some things that can trigger cheating. But somebody will ask me, Mama, forget it. Oh. It's not everybody that can cheat. My wife cannot cheat. My husband cannot cheat. My brother cannot cheat. People in my family cannot cheat. We cannot cheat. Excuse me, just calm down, calm down. To shock you, anybody can cheat. And everybody is open to the possibility of cheating. It is wrong for you to beat your hand on the chest and say, lie, my wife cannot cheat. My husband cannot cheat. I like your expression of faith. I like it. But as you're confessing it, tell yourself that you are doing what you're supposed to do. The other one is not left for you to do. God knows how to do it. And the person you're making the confession over his or her head has his or her own role to play. Are you getting what I'm saying? We have been around for years. We have been in marriage, relationship, home affairs. We have been listening to people. We have been having counselings. We have been seeing so many sessions. And I can tell you that some people that caught their wives, some people that realized that their husbands cheated, never expected such to happen. Never envisaged it, never imagined the possibility, never thought of it. And that is why most times the shock might be difficult to handle. In one of my books, I think this book, Choices and Marriage, this book, Choices and Marriage, if you can, please get that book. In that book, I discuss the issue of infidelity in marriage, preparing your mind to the possibility and preparing yourself in making sure that it doesn't happen. So in this book, I try to let people know that you'll be giving yourself traumatic exposure if you rule out the possibility. Not that you're wishing it, not that you're expecting it. But St. Paul said, I've learned to be in plenty. I've learned to be in lack. So both ways, I can always survive by the grace of God. So you have a way of applying wisdom and telling yourself, my husband is human. I pray for him that he will not misbehave. Because when my wife is a human, yes, she's a child of God, or she's civilized, she's educated, she loves me, she submits to me, she's this and that. But there is this possibility of cheating on me. But I pray for her. I wish her well. I would like to stand by her to make sure it doesn't happen. You know, things like that. Yes, you prepare yourself. Like, let me tell you, anybody that cheats is having problems. And we're going to discuss the problems right now. But to clear your mind, the belief that cheating is not possible is fallacy. It doesn't hold water. And if you buy this fact and keep it at one corner, it will help you to build your marriage with this expectation. You build your marriage with this understanding that marriage is a fight, that there are floods of water. There are floods of water that will come to try your marriage. And this issue of infidelity is one of them. Then you tell yourself, if at all it happens, look at what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let my wife go down the drain. I'm not going to allow my husband to be trashed in a dustbin. I'm not going to allow my brother, my sister, or my pastor, or people around me, or anybody close to me that got involved in such to be sold away totally to the enemy. Look at things I'm going to do. But before the happening or the occurrence of that, look at the things I'm supposed to do to make sure it doesn't happen. But if for any reason my wife or my husband or somebody close to me is overtaken by a fault, according to scriptures, Galatians, the Bible said that you, in your gentility, please restore the person. In your spirituality, restore the person. In your consciousness, restore the person. In your understanding, restore the person. How? Gently. It simply means that even the highly spirited, even the highly religious, the highly placed ones can come under the influence of whatever that can cause one to cheat. You know, in our programs, we have this slogan, saying the unsaid truth on the right platform. So when we come like this, we say the truth that some may be afraid to say. The truth I am saying now that so many people may not like, may not want to accept, or may struggle to give approval to, is that anybody can cheat. The possibility of cheating is there, but the grace not to cheat is much more available. Did I make myself clear? All right, now let me tell you some things that can cause your partner to cheat. Oh, some things that can cause partner to cheat. Number one is restlessness. Any man, any woman that is restless, so that person will likely cheat, because the person is battling with unsatisfaction, never contented. Though this one is not okay, this one is not okay. The person doesn't have clear definition of what he or she wants. The person will likely cheat. Did you get it now? So if you notice that you're restless, even if you're not yet married, or maybe you're married, you notice that you're always restless. You cannot stay one place and feel satisfied. Oh, nothing gives you full satisfaction. Today you're here, tomorrow you're there. Today you're thinking that this one is the best. Tomorrow you're out there. There is every possibility that you will cheat. Restlessness here is not the quest that on ending hunger to know God, to grow spiritually or things. No, that one is different. There are some people that are just restless. They cannot concentrate on a particular thing. They hardly start a relationship and take that relationship to expected end. No, and eventually if they get married, small time they feel like this marriage is not working. Small time they feel like they should have married this person. Sometimes they feel like, oh, they married too early. Oh, sometimes they feel they married too late. They are just restless. Anybody that is restless has a high tendency of cheating on the partner. What I said, did it make sense? Yes, it makes sense. Another person that can cheat on the partner is that person that, how do I put this now? I talked about the person being restless. That person that has no regard for marriage, no regard or low regard for marriage. You know, these days I've noticed that people see marriage as an occasion that people come for, and social media will carry it and will trend. And when the fizzy, or when the paparazzi is trying to die down, they just jump out so that everybody will start talking about them. Then all of a sudden they say they have started another one. Some don't even know what marriage is. I tell you the truth. If you see this my book, What Marriage Is Not, Yes, I discussed about 31 things that marriage is not. One of them is doing what my mates have done. Yes. Or living in a house with somebody I love. That's one of the things that people think that marriage is. Or staying together with somebody for long and producing children together. There are so many things that people think that marriage is, but those things cannot be what marriage is. So anybody that does not have understanding of what marriage is will likely cheat on the partner. Because the person doesn't appreciate the sanctity of this institution called marriage. The person does not. The person does not have that understanding. To the person, they just fell in love and they're like that. And when the person is tired, or when the fuel in the person's love tank goes down, the person will just think of what to do, what next to do, and things like that. So anybody that does not have clear understanding, that does not have enough understanding, or has low knowledge or regard for marriage, will likely cheat on the partner. Don't tell me the person that anybody that goes to religious activities faithfully, knows, understands marriage. Forget it. Don't worry about that. Anybody that does not have enough understanding of marriage will likely cheat. And anybody that does not have enough regard, fear of God, will likely cheat. Staying faithful to your partner has a lot to do with God helping you. We'll come to that point. So when God knows that you love him, you regard him, you fear him, you think about him, you hold him in awe, he will have a way of helping you. That even when that temptation that is too much for you to handle wants to overtake you, he will make a way of escape for you. So he said that if you come draw near to me, I'll draw near to you. Are you getting it now? So somebody that has this conscious fear, conscious regard, conscious respect, reverence for God will likely not cheat. If the person cheats, it will be like being overtaken by a fault, and you see the person expressing remorse and will likely walk towards not repeating it again. But that person that doesn't have regard for God, forget it. Just tell yourself that things can be happening. Your smartness may not take care of it, but you just try not to catch, because sometimes if you catch unprepared, you may not be able to handle it. Another reason why people cheat is lack of satisfaction. When somebody starts feeling not satisfied, with the partner, or not satisfied with the relationship, the person will likely go looking for satisfaction elsewhere. But the irony there is that type of satisfaction the person is looking for outside, that drive to go look for satisfaction is like fire consuming, because the more the fire consumes, the more fire wants to consume some more. So at that point, the person will not get the satisfaction, and the the error keeps spreading. Just like, the Bible talks about what doesn't get satisfied. One of those things is fire. Complaining of having no satisfaction in your relationship, in your marriage with your partner, will make you to want to get satisfaction elsewhere. And when you try the first one, you notice that nothing. You say, okay, maybe this one is dark in complexion. Let me go for the person that is fair in complexion. You go again. You say, it's not like. You go the next one, the one that is short. Tomorrow you go for the one that is tall. You say, oh, this one is not educated. Let me go for the educated one. Say, the educated one, no, let me go for illiterate. Say, oh, let me go for a younger person. Oh, let me go. It keeps going like that. And the satisfaction never comes till it consumes the person. The Bible says that adultery reduces. I don't even want to go to a loaf of bread, but the description for adultery the Bible has is that it reduces one to somebody that is craving for satisfaction. And as the person craves and goes for satisfaction outside, the person keeps going. So the person eventually gets lost, except God intervenes in bringing the person back. Okay, so that is another reason why some people go into cheating on their partners. Another problem that can trigger that is search for or quest for self-worth. There are some people that when they get married, maybe after a month, after months, after years or so, they start feeling that their self-worth has dropped. Maybe their husbands don't, carry them out, take them out, package them like before. Their husbands don't take care of them like they used to take care of them. So I feel it's like I'm wearing out. It's like I'm not happening again. It's like my worth is dropping. Oh, okay, let me go out and see how men will react towards me. And when they go out, this person goes, wow, okay, this person is talking to me. This person is chatting. Let me see. And this one, this days, my husband doesn't feel like coming for us to have intimacy. You see that he's getting bored at me. Okay, let me see if somebody else will be interested in me. Okay, let me see how the person will perform. Let me see, is it not me again? And before you know it, the lady will go out and start, you know, cheating on the partner. Some men are like that too. They feel like this one that they are growing baby, this one that their baby is becoming strong, this one that their voice, they are not as charming as they used to be. Their stomach has come out. They don't have, because of responsibilities, they don't take care of themselves. It's like their wife will not look at them again. So they try to see if they can still get the attention of women the way they used to get the attention of women before they got married. Are you getting it now? At that, they see themselves getting emotionally entangled with somebody else outside. And even if they don't feel like continuing, something keeps asking them, your self-worth, have you realized it now? Try some more and see if you realize that you want this, you want that. Because it's like your wife, your husband doesn't seem to understand your self-worth again. Are you getting my point? Another reason could be underlying abuse unshared. I told you some time ago about abuse. Okay, it's in our talk show. Hear me our talk show. Maybe one of these days I'll talk about abuse here. Anybody that has been abused in the past has the tendency of abusing or sharing abuse to others. So when they get married, people that have been abused, from time to time, they have this feeling that since I cannot share what I went through, the only way to ease off is by engaging in extramarital affair. Are you getting it? Maybe to because maybe no, I had a case I handled some time ago. The woman that started going out, relating with men outside. When I had time to counsel her, she said that she was abused sexually in the past when she was growing up. And as she got married, anytime she was with the husband, she'd be thinking that because the person that abused her looked somehow like the husband. So anytime she was with the husband, she'd be feeling as if that person was abusing her again. So she felt like she didn't want to tell the husband. So she felt like having another person, satisfying her in that angle that will not be like the husband. So it became a problem. But when we came into the matter, we tried our best to let the husband understand that it was a psychological problem that needed some time to heal. It was terrible, but the mercy of God, we had to do our best for the marriage not to scatter. So there are some people that have that problem of unshared abuse. Okay, yes. Then some have the problem of emotional disconnect. They get so bored with their partners, they don't connect emotionally again. They don't have things that will spark laughter, things that can make them to stay in exciting mood. So they just feel withdrawn, or because of some activities in the home, because of some responsibilities, they don't even have time for themselves again. So when they dress up and go out there, they feel a bit relieved because they spend most of their times out there with people that make them laugh, that pass fights to them, that tell them how good they look today. Oh, good morning. I thank God you were able to make it work. So they get more connected with people out there. They don't have time with their partners in their house, because when they come back, it's either they are running to the kitchen, they are going down to eat, or they are talking about the problems at work. They don't have time to connect. So cheating sets in. There are some partners that are so encumbered with so many responsibilities: office work, ministerial involvement, family issues, extended family wahala, and all the stuff, that they hardly have time to go out on their own. Me, I take myself out. Oh, my husband takes me out. From time to time, I take him out because it's that business. That is one basic business that I have. If you start losing emotional connection with your husband or your wife, it becomes a problem. So from time to time, think out a way to ease off. Let the children not swallow the excitement you had towards your wife before you started having children. Please try and see how you can spark it off. Likewise towards your husband. So don't let that emotional connection to drop between you and your partner. Okay, another reason why people cheat is because of this thing we call opportunity. There are some people that where they work, the nature of their work, the exposure they have, put them in in an environment that will make it conducive for them to cheat on their partners. You understand? Yes. So it becomes a problem. That is why I tell people, when you are thinking of getting married, sit down and ask yourself, this job I am having now, this involvement I'm into now, knowing the type of person you are, will it allow me, will I be able to manage this job and still remain faithful to my partner? So there are jobs that expose people to opportunities that will make them not to run away from cheating. Yes, there are some jobs, I won't mention them here, but you listening to me, if you know that the job you are into, you can manage the job faithfully now that you're not yet married. But now that you're married, but when you get married, it's going to be a problem. You need to give it another thought, okay? And if you're married and where you work, you are exposed all the time. The whole place is prepared for you. Everywhere is prepared for you. The atmosphere is charged all the time for you to respond to the wrong person, sexually or romantically. You need to think of what to do. Or you open up to your partner. Your partner will help you on what to do, okay? So there are opportunities like that in schools, in our places of work and things like that. The next problem could be relationship dissatisfaction. I've said something like that, okay? When you're feeling not satisfied with your marriage, you start looking for how to get satisfaction. Yes, it becomes a problem. Another one is personal factors. Yes, personal factors. Yes, some like taking risk. Some like taking risk. I don't know, some are adventurous, and Satan will be creating adventurous moments for them, opportunities for them, and they just think like, okay, let me try something, and they'll feel like, oh wow, it happened. I'm sorry, I don't know, but so this really, there's some that are curious. There's some that are curious. One woman was telling me the other day, so after all these years, you mean that it's only my husband that when I go to heaven and say it's only my husband that I've slept? No, I need to try other people. Let me know if this is what this thing is all about, because all I know about this thing is what my husband told me. Another man said, I don't even know what I'm doing here. It's my wife that teaches me what to do. Can't I try other people? Let me know if what my wife is teaching me is truly what is obtainable everywhere. Are you getting it now? So there are some people that are like that. Then I give you the seventh one. There are some people that go into cheating because of revenge, to retaliate. Somebody somebody told the brother about his, adventurous sexual activities, behind the wife. And he said he was afraid of telling the wife. No, the brother to that man approached the sister-in-law and said, I beg, there is something my brother told me, but please, I'm begging you, don't retaliate. Don't retaliate. The person said, what is it? Say, just tell me that you will not retaliate. Tell me you will not revenge. Say, did he kill somebody? Say, no. Did he still? Say, no. What is it? By the time he told her, it was a big problem. There are some people that, because they realize that their partner offended them, maybe not cheating on them sexually, or maybe the partner did something against them that pained them, they will think of what to do, and their partners will feel the pain. Some that their partners refuse to allow them to work where they got jobs. Their partners went there and pulled out their CVs and insisted that they must not work. They will come back and say, this one pained me. This one that will pain you, I'm going to do it. The person will go and cheat. There are some that go into cheating because they want to revenge or retaliate, but I don't think that thing is worth it. Okay, there are so many other reasons, but because of our time, let's look at how to prevent this. How to prevent this. Just know that cheating can bring shock to the partner. Cheating can bring shock to the partner. There are so many things that cheating can bring to marriage. Sometimes some marriages don't survive this issue of cheating. Some marriages don't survive it. There are some marriages that survived it. So we are trying to tell you how to avoid this and how to survive. You that cheated or you that has been cheated on. So what we are going to discuss now, we touch these three arms. How to avoid cheating from occurring. Next is how to handle you having cheated on your partner. Then how to handle having been cheated on by your partner. Okay, number one is allow yourself to feel it, to feel the reality. Don't be on denial. Don't say no, it didn't happen. My wife did not do that, my husband did not do that. Do you know what it means? Do you know my husband? Do you know my wife? Do you know no, it cannot be. Oh, the devil is a liar. It did not happen. I cannot take it though. It is a lie from pit of hell. No, calm down, calm down. You know, in trauma healing session, we help people to accept the reality of what has happened, no matter how painful it is. It is one of the ways of getting healing from trauma. Trauma is emotional wound, like shock. Yes, so when you realize that you just cheated on your wife or your husband, or that somebody, your partner cheated on you, kai. You know, there are some people, like I said, some people cheat because of the opportunities they found themselves in. They, at the end, maybe after the whole thing, they will feel and say, Jesus, so did this thing happen? What exactly happened? I can't believe it. Let it not be true. They look around, it actually happened. They look around, they check everywhere, it actually happened. Some of them, they cannot survive it. And one of the ways to survive this is by allowing yourself to feel the pain, feel the shame, feel the humiliation, feel it all. Internalize that it happened. Someone say, Mama, I say, I am telling you because I am a therapist and this is my area. I am talking to you as an authority in relationship, in marriage and home affairs. So I can tell you that the first step to this, when you notice that you cheated on your partner, or when you realize that your partner cheated on you, do not deny it and tell yourself, it happened. It happened. It happened. Yes. Satan, you have done your worst. It happened. Okay, fine. It happened. It happened. It happened. Affliction came. It happened. There is weeping in the night. Yes, it's true. The enemy has come to steal, to kill, destroy. That is reality. But always remember that after these ones, there is always a but. A but that says, but joy comes in the morning. But Jesus has come to give you life and give it to you abundantly. Are you getting it now? But affliction shall not rise. The second time, are you getting it now? So the first thing is to realize that this thing can happen, or that this thing has happened. It is one step to avoiding it from happening by saying there is this possibility of it happening and allowing yourself to feel the pain. If it happens, tell yourself, this is how I'm going to feel. That's why I told you in this my book, I discussed it there, that you tell yourself, okay, there is that possibility. And if it happens, look at what my reaction will be. Look at the worst part of it that will hit me. Look at how I'm going to feel. Okay, but look at what I am going to do about it, so that the devil will be put to shame. It's when you live on denial that it cannot happen, that it becomes a very big, complex problem. So now that it has happened, what do? You tell yourself, it has happened. So what am I supposed to do? Seek for help. I say what? Seek for help. Now, you can seek for help from people that you can confide in. Not every of your friends can handle issue of cheating, infidelity in your marriage. Not every pastor, not every counselor. So look out for somebody you can confide in. There are some people I've talked with, I've never met them. I have never met them, but we talk so intimately on this matter and they got healed. When we talk, people will think that I've met them. We have not met physically. We have never met face to face. But the way we relate and the way we have handled the issue of infidelity in their marriages, people will think that I've met them. And I will not even discuss your matter. If I'm talking about it, I will say it in a way that people will not know is you, because professionally we are trained for this. Are you getting it? Look out for people like that and they will talk to you. They will help you to get healing from that. Are you getting my point? So seek for help. There are some people that this issue of cheating can affect their mental health. And if it is not handled very well, they slip to depression, the next suicide attempt, or they kill themselves, or they kill their partners, or they cause damages that would have been handled if well managed. So could have been avoided if well managed. Okay, so seek for help. Now, apart from seeking for help from man, go in your closet, kneel down and face God. Cry all the cries. Let your tears pour. Yes, it has happened, and that is the truth. It has happened. The glass has broken. So, cry all the cries on your own. Face God and let God face you. Tell God that you're not ashamed of what has happened, but you just wish it never happened. But since it has happened, God, here I am, just as I am, just as I am. I say, God, I've messed up. I've misbehaved. I have done the wrong. In fact, what I have done, I can't even mention it. But I'm here because if you slay me, that is it. If you allow me, that is it. But I know that your mercies endure forever. So as you seek for help from man, also go to God and seek for help, because where the strength of man fails, the strength of God, of course, will not fail there. Okay. The next point is take time for self-care. Yes. Now, as this thing has happened and as you're seeking for help, maybe therapists, counselors, marriage counselors, trusted ones that can hold your matter in confidence. Yes, now take time to take care of yourself. At that time, your mind will tell you it's because we are not dressing fine. It's not true. It's not true. Anybody can cheat. Somebody that is married to a beautiful lady can cheat. The one that is married to an ugly lady can cheat. The person that is married to a lady with flat tummy can cheat. The one that married a lady with protruding tummy can cheat. Anybody can be cheated on. It is God that saves all of us. So don't tell yourself that it's because I didn't know how to speak English. People that speak Queen's English, they have been cheated on, they have also cheated. Or you tell yourself, oh, maybe because I wasn't looking well and the person decided to take care of me, I had to fall for that man. Forget it. That one has passed. Now you have to start working on yourself. Engage yourself in some kinds of activities that will make you to feel happy, to begin to see yourself as somebody that is worth living, that God loves, that God is passionate about. Start seeing yourself as somebody that God can forgive his or her sins. Start seeing yourself as somebody that has a future. So start practicing. Sleep from time to time. Sleep. Eat healthy, food. Try and practice compassion on yourself, not pity. Compassion is showing love to yourself and trying to judge yourself that it was an error, okay? Not condemning yourself. Yes, try to engage in those activities that give you joy. If you have some skills you are into that you like, if you have things that are your hobbies, engage in those things and keep your mind busy. Then communicate with your partner. Another point is communicate with your partner. Maybe before you get married, let your partner know your stand on abuse, on cheating. I discussed it here. Open up and talk with your spouse and say, I don't like cheating, or there is this possibility of me cheating. Look at the things that trigger me getting excited to the opposite sex. Look at the things that I like in ladies. I like ladies that have big this or have small this, that this and that. But by the will of God, it's you that I'm married. So in case, please see how you can help me. Open up and talk with your partner. And if it has happened, please open up and talk with your partner. Your partner is your partner. Your partner is not your enemy. Forget it. Forget it. Somebody say, if I tell my wife will kill me. It's better your wife knows from your mouth and rigs and does everything. And she will now sit up to see how to help you out of that mess. Because one cheating asks for another cheating that will need another cheating, so that the chain of cheating will continue till the man or the woman is totally destroyed. Are you getting it now? So open up to your spouse. Tell your spouse, look at what happened. Or tell your spouse, this thing you did to me, I don't like it. Look at how it pains me. Look at how it pains me. I don't think I can manage it. I don't think I can handle it if it happens again. And this one that has happened, I'm still trying to survive the shock. Can we just make out time and talk with your spouse? Let your spouse know your feelings. Ask your spouse questions. What exactly triggered you? What took you to that point? And you open up and be sincere to your partner. That is why it is communication. Communicate openly with your partner. Is your partner is not your enemy. And I tell you, your partner is the best person that can help you when it comes to infidelity. Okay? Yes, effective communication. Because if you don't open up to your spouse, the person you cheated on your spouse with is going to blackmail you. Is going to bring you to a point where it becomes a little bit more complicated, that you cannot come out again. And the end is always disastrous. So just open up to your spouse. Your spouse will always know what to do, because your spouse is a stakeholder in that marriage, and we don't want the marriage to go down the drain. Don't forget, this is your family this week with Precious Caleb. And today we are looking at partner that cheats. And we are saying that the cheating aspect is possible. Yes, it's possible. And surviving it is also possible. We have looked at things that can trigger cheating, that is infidelity, taking advantage of your partner, adulterous living, being unfaithful to the partner, and things like that. We have looked at some things, and we started looking at things to do to prevent it, to prevent cheating, to survive cheating or being cheated on. We have mentioned some things, and the fifth thing I'm mentioning here is that of considering counseling. This one is not you now seeking for help. You with your partner, please look for a way and engage your partner with the services of a counselor. Two of you go and meet somebody that will facilitate productive sessions, healing sessions for you, for your emotions. Okay, yes, it's very important. Then the sixth point here is learn to set boundaries and know your expectations. Before getting married, set boundaries. Tell yourself the places you cannot go to, those you cannot move with, things that you cannot, the extent you cannot go with anybody for any reason. And now that you're married, also tell yourself, no matter how close I was with this person, now that I'm married, look at the distance I can go with the person and look at where I cannot get to. Okay? Yes. Know how to set boundaries. Yes, set boundaries. Now that you are in marriage and cheating has occurred, now surviving it, you need to set boundaries. You now need to rebuild the trust of your partner. Okay? Yes, you need to rebuild the trust of your partner. Know those things that triggered the cheating and make sure they don't occur. Because I told you, you open up to your partner and tell your partner, it was because I was always having chatting video calls with this man, with this lady. I didn't know when eventually I was drawn to that. And as you tell your partner that, let it be known to you that your partner, after all the raking, will want to heal you, want to help you to come out of that mess, not to repeat it. So when your partner notices that you are tilting towards that same side that took you to that cheating end, your partner will raise the alarm and say, no, look at it, it's beginning to come again. Are you getting now? Yes. So your partner will help you to set boundaries, and you learn to set boundaries too. Those things that cause the cheating to occur, the infidelity to occur. Set boundaries and make sure that they don't come to you again, or you don't get there again. Okay. The seventh point is take time to evaluate your relationship with your partner. Yes. Before getting married, ask yourself, this marriage I'm going into, this my partner, the way we are doing, small time he will come to my house and ask me that he cannot hold himself, that we should have sex. We are not yet married. It simply means that he may be having problem with holding himself when he sees somebody. Are you getting my point? Evaluate that relationship and tell yourself whether you will be able to handle it. I've had some people that I told themselves, yes, I told them as they told me they were getting married. By the time I told them, look at this, they say, you have realized my type. If my husband cheats, I can manage it. This one said, my type, I don't have the grace to manage it. So they weighed the options. I said, okay, fine. This one. And they are on their own, doing well, got married, are doing very well. So sometimes you need to discuss these things. Evaluate your relationship, whether this relationship is going to give you peace of mind, whether you can fight the battles that will follow. Your husband likes hugging everybody. Your wife likes hugging, giving people pegs. Can you manage it too? And if you notice that it will be giving you trouble, that you maybe one day you want to go and hug somebody and peg somebody, and your whole system will melt there, and you won't know. The next thing you know, it your clothes have all left your body. And the next is story. Evaluate your relationship. Will my husband or my wife hugging and giving people peck, or being around people, trigger me to go and do my own when I don't have grace for that? Things like that. Okay, take time to evaluate your relationship. Okay, and in this relationship now, ask yourself, as this has happened, what are the things that triggered this, and what are the things I'm supposed to avoid? Then practice self-reflection on your own. Sit on your own and start asking yourself questions. Would it be possible for me not to get into this again? Is there anything I'm supposed to do next apart from setting boundaries? What are those things? Just sit down and think, because it's a way of having a retreat, okay, to get better even in your marriage. Then I would like to tell you this, the ninth one: learn to be patient with yourself. The healing process might not be the same for everybody. There are some that may not heal within a month, within a year, within 5 years. So don't expect your partner to get off the shock of what happened within a given period of time, because people heal differently. Okay, that thing is already a wound, and you don't force the wound to go by going to scratch it. You wound, you must go. No, you don't force your partner to get healed from emotional wound. You allow the wound to go, and make sure that there is nothing that will trigger the wounds, the pain of the wound, that will go and scratch the wound in the process of the healing. Okay, so please be patient with your partner. It can be a lengthy process. Yes, rebuilding trust in you, or rebuilding trust in your partner might be a little bit difficult at this time. But what you do is that you be patient, okay? Give it some time, make some more effort, try and be more committed to your partner. And with time, with patience and understanding, there are some things that will take care of themselves, and cheating will become a thing of the past. Then I'll give you this one, the 10th one, as we try to wrap it up because of our time. Pray. Did I say what? Pray. I said what? Pray. I said again, pray. Sometimes cheating is not a normal thing. Cheating is not a normal thing. St. Paul said, that which I did not like to do, I saw myself doing. And the one that I wanted to do, I noticed that I could not do. Have you seen it now? That man, that woman that didn't want to cheat and vowed and fought and said he or she must not cheat, has discovered that he or she has cheated. Never liked it. Sometimes they can't even tell how they got to that point, how they cheated. They just cannot tell. They'll be wondering what exactly happened. And they will say, it has happened. God, how did it happen? So just understand that there are some things in our marriages that are not physical, that are not natural. I've told you severally that some people think that marriage is 50% physical, 50% spiritual. I've made so many researches and I've discovered that the spiritual controls the physical. Your relationship with God, not your status, not your profile, not your title, not what people think that you are in God or in your faith. No, not that. Your personal relationship with God. If you can develop your personal relationship with God, I'm not talking about that public display of who you are, what you are. You can stay in the public, in a gathering, and speak in tongues and vibrate and pray and do like this and somersault, or tie your head everywhere, cover everywhere that you hardly breathe and all the stuff. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that your personal, intimate walk with God, that your personal secret life with Jehovah El Shaddai, that's your daily encounter with Elohim, that thing that is between you and God. Yes, that is what I'm looking at. That one, if you have it, it will so weaken your ability to cheat. I'm telling you the truth. There is this grace that will come upon you, that even when you come to a point that everywhere is conducive with juicy offer, just like the time of Joseph, all of a sudden, the prayer bank, your personal relationship with God, the seed of God in you will have a way of pulling you out. And even at the point that you be at that time, you have prepared, all of a sudden, something will just come up and you see a way of escape. You won't have the desire again. Sometimes you just become sick there, and the partner will start saying, Jesus, let this one not die in my hand. Or at that time, you receive this type of strength to misbehave, that the person will just hate you and tell you, please just go, go, go. This will not, somehow, the grace of God will bail you out. I am talking to you out of experience. There are some moments you come to a point where it's like you don't have any other thing to do, but all of a sudden God will show up. And that is why I'm challenging you that marriage, relationship can be controlled in the realm of the spirit. And the best way to control it is in prayer. And that prayer is effectual, is fervent, is effective if you have a working relationship with God. Because God is spirit, and they that worship him will worship him in spirit and in truth. So if you want to get the best out of your marriage, learn to pray. Pray for yourself. Pray for your partner. Pray for your marriage, and consciously do that. Do it as that is the only assignment you have. If you want your marriage to stay out of the turbulence that has come upon relationships, homes, and marriages in this end time. Because I tell you, in the latter days, in the last days, many shall be forbidden to marry. And one of the ways to forbid many from getting married, for remaining married, for staying married, from being married truly, is this issue of cheating, infidelity, adultery, unfaithfulness, flirting, dirting, and whatever they call it. But I hand you over to the grace of God that is able to keep you strong, that you will not cheat on your partner. Your partner will not be able to cheat on you. And if at all it has happened, the God of heaven will give you the grace to live above the pains as if nothing actually happened. And God will help you. It will not happen again. And I ask that God will also release the grace to intercede for your partner, to pray for yourself, and build a territory that cannot be invaded by the enemy. God said to Adam, this garden, dress and keep it. As you dress your marriage, may God give you the grace to guard it from infidelity, from cheating, and from any form of misbehavior by your partner or by you. And God of heaven will help you. If you are going through the pains of infidelity, maybe yourself or your partner, I can feel your pains, but I want to tell you that somebody like me, that I love you passionately, and I would like you to heal from that pain, because there are brighter sides of your marriage than what the devil is showing you now. And I tell you, I pray for you right now that the pains will go, the healing will come now, and you come back to life, and your marriage will become sweeter than it used to be before, in the name of Jesus. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. May the Lord cause his countenance, his grace, his mercy to come upon you, and may he show you mercy, give you strength, give you grace, and grace upon extravagant grace to succeed in your marriage, in the name of Jesus. The Lord bless you. Precious Caleb is my name. I'm your friend, and I desire that your relationship will work, your marriage will be sweet, and your home will be peaceful. Till next Sunday when I come here, we don't forget, in this aspect of our lives, marriage is very important, and marriage can determine how it gets out there when we leave this planet Earth. The Lord bless you. I love you. You will not cheat. Your partner will not cheat on you. You will get better. Amen. Amen.